Hey guys, today we're talking about scaling your Facebook ads. We have a very interesting case study by Digital D Guide on subreddit Facebook ads. He said that he managed to scale his Facebook ads in 45 days to $125,000 in profit. I think he makes amazing points, and I'm gonna share some of the good things that you could implement if you want to scale your ads. Now let's get started. He goes and says, "Hey everyone, in this post I will share some techniques and strategies I used to generate $125,000 in profit in 45 days." And he actually goes and provides a screenshot. So basically, you could see that he spent $26,000 and the average return on ad spend is close to 5, which is amazing. Any niche would be happy to get similar results. He also pinpoints the date, so you could see that happen within the last year. So it's gonna be very recent, very interesting. And he goes and said, "This post is meant to be a follow-up on my last post where I explained the strategies more in depth." So he actually did another post. So maybe I'm gonna comment on this one later on. However, let's go back to the main post. He says that below you will find a 6-week analysis, including screenshot of the ad account. The niche he's talking about is sports appeal niche. He's targeting several countries, and the break-even loss for him is 1.65, which is quite profitable. So he started the first campaign on June 1st, and he ran it until June 7th. The average daily spend he started with $75 per day. I think starting a net campaign with around, it's actually pounds. If you want to get some decent data, I suggest you go somewhere between 50 to 100 days. So this guy is a spot on. He's running two campaigns, one advantage shopping campaign plus and one retargeting campaign, which is manual campaign. And he actually goes and provides the screenshots. So those are the two campaigns he got set. The first campaign spent around $350. I assume this is the Advantage Plus campaign, and the remarketing campaign spent around 175 pounds in spend, and the conversion value is pretty decent. The average order conversion value, the money he's making is pretty decent. Basically, he spent in total of 500 pounds and he made 2.3k, which is very, very good. He's getting a lot of add to cards. He's also tracking the cost per add to card, which is very, very low. So this guy is doing some very, very good job. Let's go back to the original post. He says the Advantage shopping campaign is super simple. He's doing 3 video creatives, 2 primary texts, 3 headline, and 1 description. All Advantage Plus creative enhancement turned off. Also, when I turn off the creative enhancement, I'm getting much, much better results. He's linking the products to the catalog page, $50 per day budget. And on the remarketing campaign, which he calls middle of the funnel retargeting campaign, he's targeting Facebook engagers, website visitors, no exclusions. So he's not excluding who is repurchasing, who is who purchased the product as far as they get it. And this is what I suggest you do. Don't exclude people who purchase the product, because in your case that audience will be like very, very small. Even if you're like very successful a brand, if you even if you have like, let's say, 20,000 people who purchased products for you, usually what happens, some satisfied customers go on the comments and they write down how they like the product, and this gives you a lot of social boost and a lot of credibility. So very, very reasonable thing. I'm using original audience options with Advantage custom audience expansion turned off and Advantage Plus placements. I'm using the top 2 performing videos created from the Advantage shopping campaign, $25 per day budget. These two campaigns had been running since May 19, and I noticed that my campaigns had the 2 key elements that I always look for when scaling: consistent volume of sales and return on ad spend. And this guy is right on spot. This is what you need. You need consistent volume of sales and you need to have a good return on ad spend. Without this, you cannot proceed on scaling. So here he's making some very, very good points. So how do you get a consistent volume growth? Some of the things you need to have is actually a very, very good product, because once you have a very good product, it's going to be much easier for you to market it properly. In week two, he says that the average daily ad spend increases to 120 pounds per day. The ROAS jumps to 5.5. The campaign structure is exactly the same. So he's not doing anything here. He's not doing anything new. Pretty much, he's just bumping the budget. If something is working, just don't touch it. This is the main lesson you got here. In week three, from June 15th to June 21st, he's introducing a new offer and new creative. He's bumping the average daily budget to 145 pounds per day. And here the average ROAS drops. The campaign structure changes a little bit. He adds another advantage shopping campaign. So here, let's open the screenshot and let's see what he means. As you can see, we have a new campaign, Advantage Shopping campaign, for the week, I think, June 15th until June 21st. He spent 1,000 and he brought 4.7K back, which is again amazing. The cost per result, the cost per purchase in his case is very, very low. And he gets the cost per purchase to 13.4, around $13. Let's call it $13. Here at this point, he says that his client created a new 2-for-1 offer, which was really well timed and a big hit. I noticed another lift in Ross, so I knew it was time to push further. Shout out to my client who is always looking for ways to improve his business numbers on the back end, which substantially help ad performance. His level of accountability and commitment to growing his business is incredible. So here, the way why they did those results, they did a new offer. So basically, they offered like pay pay one get two or something like this, as far as you get it. So if you are in these businesses, if you wanna improve your revenue, improve your profits, you can always think about just one of those launch campaigns, one of those limited time campaigns where you offer something extremely, extremely valuable. Here on week four, from the June 22nd to June 28th, he starts duplicating. His average daily ad spend goes to 382. The ROAS is actually increasing. And here he introduces 7 campaigns. He says that he does one crazy method, campaign budget optimization, and one MOF targeting, middle of the funnel retargeting actually. So if I open it, let's see. Yeah, he's getting quite a lot of campaigns working. On average, as you can see the date, 22nd to 28th, he spends close to 3,000 and he is returning close to 16,000, which is amazing. The cost per result actually drops to less than $10. Again, amazing job. Pretty much here, I believe the product is something of a great value. The niche is very hot. So pretty much when you have a very good niche, this is what happens. So let's see what happens. So for them to get such a great return on his on investment. He says, my client provided me with an excellent video creative that seemed like it had the potential to go viral. So I had them create a Facebook post and use the post ID to gather all the engagement from the post using Advantage Shopping campaign. The post did really well, and that campaign had an 11.12 ROAS. So what they did, they had a viral video and they used the viral video in the Advantage Shopping campaign, and they used the post ID to promote it, so they don't lose the social proof. And by social proof, I mean the likes, the comments, the engagement, because in many cases, social proofs helps a lot. Here, since the post ID was doing so well, I decided to go do a post ID on another crazy method, and here he linked his YouTube channel. This is I think the Greek guy. So funny to see. Uh, okay, so make go give him a follow. He said he tripled the normal budget, and I think this is 4.83 is the average ROS. The whole time I was launching campaign, I was also vertically scaling larger budget campaign by 20 to 30% every day, 2 to 4 days, depending on ads performance and the 7 day average results. So in week 5, June 29 to July 5th, he's stepping on the gas and the average daily ad spend goes to 1,200 per day. The ROAS stays the same, 5.64. The campaign structure is 7 campaigns, 5 advantage shopping campaigns, one crazy method CBO, and one middle of the funnel targeting. So let's open the screenshot and let's see what's happening. As you can see, it's going very, very well for him. Here I see he turned off a campaign that was performing well for him. And from this guy, what you could learn, he's organizing his Facebook ads dashboard very, very reasonably. He's checking the amount spent, he's checking the purchase conversion value, he's checking the ROS, he's checking how much purchases he's checking the average cost per purchase, he's checking the add to carts. So pretty much this guy knows his stuff well. So amazing job. So he said, continued vertically scaling through this period every 2 to 4 days. I was optimizing advantage shopping campaign by closing any underperforming creatives to liberate the budget to the other ads. I also optimized the crazy method campaign by closing underperforming ad sets and rebalancing budgets to maintain its performance. So on week 6, he goes to scale even crazier. He says that he found the invisible ceiling because I know when you push way too much, and this is from my personal experience, when you push your campaigns super hard, the ROS starts breaking. And here we see the same. Usually, I did a lot of niche products, and the ROS started breaking around 30K per month, which is 1K per day. So here, this guy, if he keeps the ad spend, he would spend around 60K for the whole month, which is quite decent. So the way he scaled, he duplicated the best campaigns at 300 pounds per day. At this point, he hit the ceiling of around 2K per day, where every time I would try to scale further, ROAS would drop substantially. I noticed ROAS straight starting to dip below where I was comfortable Forex, so I started lowering ad spends on our campaign that were underperforming. Okay, and so let's see the screenshot. This guy is legit. He's sharing screenshots. So I think very good job. So the results, where are we now? June 1st, 2024, today we have spent 50K and generated 2016K in return of 4.32. Performance has dropped a bit in the last 7 days, 3.8 on average. So I'm systematically lowering and closing the performance campaign, keeping the best. My goal is to find the sweet spot where I can keep a high spend and keep a decent high ROS as well. If you're scaling like crazy, there is always like a very good reasonable ad spend for you. For many of my clients, that ad spend was maybe right around a little bit less than 1K per day, because if we went above 1K per day, we were reaching much more people than we needed to, then could actually buy. And this is why the ROS broke for us. This is a big reason why I love to work with multiple campaigns. I have options. I can close or lower underperforming campaigns and keep the ROS high. We're currently at 1.3K a day, and now I believe we will settle around 1.2K for the next few weeks. My goal is to keep as many evergreen campaigns as possible and our spend as high as possible so that we can scale like crazy during Q4. Once Black Friday, Cyber Monday is over, we'll settle our budgets back down to a new baseline. Okay, and here are the key takeaways. When you see consistent volume of sales and ROAS well above break even, it's time to scale. If you don't have something that it's working extremely well, you don't scale. When it's time to scale, you should scale or others will. So if you have a good market conditions, if your offer is working, don't postpone it, go for it. Scale into new, for example, if you have an offer in English and if you're advertising in Australia, you can expand to the UK, United States, etc. Scale using new offers. If you have other products, or you could reposition your current offer if you believe it will work better. Scale using new creative, scale both horizontally and vertically, scale by duplicating good performing campaigns as is, scale by starting new campaign at a much higher budget, scale via the crazy method. This guy is talking about his method. Once you reach the point where ROAS consistently drops, when you try to push further, try to find the sweet spot. Use Black Friday, Cyber Monday as a way to scale way past what you normally would spend. Once it's over, settle back down to a higher baseline. Thanks for reading. If you have any questions, comment. Let's see, nice, but what's the crazy method? And he links the crazy method. So again, I'm gonna open it. If you're interested, go follow this guy, Konstantinos Dogeridis. I'm not sure if I'll be able to pronounce his name. It seems he's like publishing videos quite often. So yeah, go for it, and let's get back to Reddit. Let's see what other people are saying. There are like a bunch of questions. Can we use multiple videos in a single Advantage Plus campaign? Also, you would mention about the middle funnel segment. So I want to ask how many customer data you have for 25 days needed to engage customers and 180 days for website visitors. For me, this is a very low number, which is why I also had a lookalike 5% purchase audience. Kindly let me know. Yes, you can, he answers. And there is a bunch of comments. So, what are the main lessons from this guy? I think this guy makes very interesting points. As you can see, the amount spent and the return is very, very decent. So here, didn't say how much the product cost on average, or I couldn't find it in the Reddit. However, amazing, amazing results. In order for you to scale a campaign, you need to have something that is working extremely, extremely well. If you don't have such a thing, keep on testing, keep on optimizing until you figure out a combination that works for you. Thank you for watching. My name is Niko. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you check. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon.